guys, it's Debbie with Debbie J's Crafting Corner, and today I'm going to be playing with the new Appley Ever After bundle from Catherine Pooler. This is a brand new collection just come out the beginning of this month, and it includes some really fun fall themed products. So we've got these cute little apples with some fun sentiments. Couldn't have picked a sweeter friend. Love you to the core, and you're my Appley Ever After. Oh my goodness. And of course, all of the little apples have got different designs on them, so you can do some fun stamping. It also has the die set to go along with and a cute little basket to hold them in. I also got a couple of extras. This is a couple new foil plates. This one is a rattan basket, so that's going to be fun to try out. And I've got a full plate. This one is A2 size, I believe. It is 5.5. Is that right? No. 1, 2, 3, 4.5 by 5 3/4, so it's a little bit bigger than A2 size. So your an A2 size card front will fit on the front and make it a real good use of all of that waste foil that I have. So I've got a new way to be able to do that. I've got several shapes already, but this is the first large rectangle I've got, so that's going to be fun to use. So let's go ahead and get started doing some card making. I am planning on using this for the background. Right now I've got my glimmer system off to the side and it is heating up. While it's doing that, let's do some stamping. So I started off by just kind of cutting out a template. Actually, I did a template using the dies from the set, and I cut out like a few different ones, a few multiples. So I can go ahead and do a little bit of mass producing of the stamping. I'm not sure what I want to do the apples, but I'm going to do a few of those. So I've got my little template down. I've already lined up the stamps, and the stamps are a bit sticky at the moment because they have not yet been used. I just got these in. I haven't even played with them yet. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp all these guys down. This time around, I'm going to go with some Samba. I'm going to be really, really gentle and just give it a little bit of a love tap here because this is a brand new, very, very juicy stamp pad. And I can already tell I probably have too much ink down, but we're going to go with it. And they should still be lined up pretty much perfect for my little apples. Those turned out pretty good. I am going to do another stamping because it is a little bit distressed because it didn't cover completely because everything is so new and I didn't want to put down too much ink. There we go. So we've got some nice bright apples there. So I've got all of my little apples cut out, and now I'm going to start doing a little bit of foiling. So I've got some copper foil from Spellbinders, and I'm going to be using that new hot foil plate from Catherine Pooler. I didn't even know that they had hot foil plates. So I am real interested in seeing how this is going to do and real excited on a new design. So I've got my hot foil here. And my hot foil system is all ready to go. So I'm going to place this down onto my onto the hot foil plate with the shiny side down, and then just put a piece of cardstock on top. I have already heated this up a couple of times, so it should be nice and hot and ready to go. Next, I will just take my thin shim and spacer pad and place them right on top and hit the timer button. Okay, so let's take a look. Ooh, that is lovely. So next I'm going to use that waste foil and using a teeny tiny piece of best ever craft tape on here to just try to keep it in place. Shouldn't move around much, but I am going to go ahead and do that because I do want that whole design to be on my card. Now, one thing to note, the part that's got the tape on it's probably not going to have any foil on it. That does happen sometimes. So I'm going to go ahead and place this down on this big rectangle foil plate and place that down onto my glimmer system just like that. And we're going to heat it up a couple of times Put down my spacer pad and then shim, and I'm gonna go ahead and just make sure it's plugged in, and we're gonna wait and let that heat up. I am going to reset it and let it heat up a second time to try to get enough heat in there to transfer the entire image. That usually gives better results. In the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and trim this down so it's right around that pretty design. Okay, looks like it's stuck on there pretty good. And that looks fabulous. So now I've got a second panel that I can use. I'll just need to trim it down where the tape did not foil. I still haven't decided what I'm going to do with my cards yet. I've got a lot of pieces, and I decided I still want a couple of these bushels. So I'm going to cut out a couple of baskets to go along with all of those little apples that I've got. I decided on a craft card base this time. I usually use white, but I decided on a craft card base this time because, yeah, I kind of like that whole fall look. At least with this design. I'm in Florida, so we don't really get the fall colors that much. So if I'm a little off on colors, guys, I do apologize for that. That has to do with me not seeing fall in quite a while. So let me go ahead and trim this down. I've got that in place on there, and I don't want it to be like just a bare border, so I am going to cut it a little bit larger than I normally do. I'm still using my thumb guard as a guide to tell me about where to go with it, and I'm just going to trim some of that off. There we go. And then I'm going to add my little apples. I did put some foam on the back of this. This is from some foam squares. I'm actually using the leftovers. And that is going to finish up the first card. For my second card, I decided I'm going to create another background. I know, I've already got plenty of backgrounds, but this time I want to do just some stamping. So I am using the same inks. This one is Samba, and stamping on some of those little flowers. I also taped it off with some Post-it tape so that it's going to be kind of a straight line border, and I'm intentionally stamping over the edge. And I think that turned out pretty cool. It looks kind of like you've got a little bit of some pattern paper on the side. Okay, so let's go ahead and get all of this put together. First, starting off with my trimmed down card panel. And I decided I'm going to go with one of the little baskets. I felt that this design here would be perfect for that. It's got enough white space that the basket's not going to get lost like it would have in those other, using one of the rattan backgrounds. So I'll place my basket down here in the bottom, and then I'm going to add a couple of those little apples. And I'm adding a couple of little flowers I'm just going to add on with some art glitter glue. And that's going to finish up our second card. So I'm kind of not sure what I'm doing with this last design, because this is kind of what I had thought of when I was first foiling the background. I was thinking combining them. So yeah, we're gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna cut this one yeah, right about on one of the lines. Yeah, we're gonna see how that does. And you're thinking, oh my god, she's cutting that pretty foil. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna give it a shot. And I think I'm gonna go just on the edge. I want to make sure I keep it straight, and I want to be able to line it up. Ouch. Yeah, that was an ouch. Okay, so this is gonna go over the top of my other panel, so I'm gonna have kind of a two-tone going on, and the pattern's gonna match up perfectly. So let's go ahead and glue this in place, and I'm gonna use my art glitter glue this time so I can make sure that everything goes on there straight. I'm also using both of the panels for the copper, so this one's gonna match. I can use this other piece though on another card and maybe go over one of the other colors, and that would be kind of cool. Let me make sure I get adhesive all the way up to the edge, and we're going to give this a shot and see how it does. And it's going to give me enough wiggle room so I'll be able to get that lined up just perfect. And I do kind of like that little bit of white all the way around. I know it's not exactly perfect because I didn't finish trimming everything, but I do really like the way that looks. And that is going to finish up our third card. So let's take another quick look at those cute cards. So here's the first one with that rattan background and some silver foil. I think that's super cute. This one I did a little strip of DIY, do-it-yourself, patterned paper along with those cute little apples. And this one I combined the negative and positive of that pretty foiling. So I think that one turned out super cute too. So you guys have a wonderful day. If you are inspired by anything that I create, please tag me all over social media, and be sure to check out the Appley Ever After bundle from Catherine Pooler Stamps. I think these all turned out super cute, and it was a lot of fun to play with. So you guys have a wonderful day. Check out this playlist to see some more videos where I'm using Catherine Pooler products, and I will talk to you soon. Bye guys. Stop recording.